Welcome to 𝐄𝐓𝐇𝐄𝐂, talk about investing, finance, and professional development. As the current time of 11:07 a.m. on Eastern Time on September 25th on Sunday. Hope you guys have a good weekend so far. The overall crypto market is relatively flat still, but on the future perspective, obviously we had a relatively negative Friday, with the euros depreciating, and with respect to the negative foreshadow from the rate hikes that we've heard on the FOMC meeting on past Thursday from Jerome Powell, and then subsequent to that with a lot of negative psychological media front affectation, but also with respect to economists' depictions on the lack of proactiveness with respect to how the Fed is triangulating the economy downturn that we're experiencing, that a higher rate or a consistent level of rate hikes going forward, pushing our economy on the verge of recession, is going to be more and more imminent going forward. So with all of those catalysts combined with some recent negative global outlook from FedEx, which is obviously a logistics company, they are also revising their guidance downward, depicting there's going to be a global slowdown going forward. All of these catalysts have not been positive, nor has it been proactive on laying out the tactical next steps on how we're going to be reviving or resuscitating our economy going forward. So it seems like we are still kind of submerging or treading water, if you may, looking for some sort of reversal. But on a technical front, we still know that we're still in a bearish trend. So that's on a high level with respect to the macro news front. But let's just dive into technical without wasting more time. It seems like the news are not the most active today, and throughout the weekend so far. Without wasting more time, let's just dive right into it. So with respect to recording time, again, 11:09 a.m. on the Eastern Time on Sunday. We are at 1300 right now. So 1300 is not really a real level, right? 1250 is a real level. And right now you need to kind of glide down, looking for a landing. And then, as we land, triangulating with the weekly perspective, you can see that the weekly, it is looking, it has crossed up and now it's looking to cross down with two heads right now. So there's a bearish sentiment depicting that we should see some, normalization downward from here. So as we cross down, right, we should ideally form a depth cross, which means the lower levels will be reached. And I think the lower levels that we should ideally reach would be, breaking 1,000. And I think seeing 850, 750 from here would not be a surprise to us. And with respect to monthly, you could see that clearly we are, still looking for a landing path. And with respect to the RSI on the monthly, we are in need of some plateau, and seems like we are dipping down. So the trend is definitely still bearish. But on a days out, you could see that we are kind of plateauing. So it's kind of stale on daily, it's kind of stale on a monthly, but they're both indicating some bullish signal. But weeks out is kind of mitigating all, like, both signs that we should see some sell off down to a lower level. So 1250, 1,000, 850 would be the respective levels. And then Bitcoin, you could see that obviously we broke 19,000. We opened below 19,000 as well, and we have been moving only a couple dollars up and down. And you can see that weekly is still negative, right? You have the two heads. Monthly, you could see that we are in need of some plateau, which you could see that the MACD is quite extended and quite large separation. Daily right now, you could see that is also plateauing. So same thing in affectation. I think we should reach to a lower level, 17,500, 15,500 even, possibly, based on the current setup right now. So weekly is still bearish. Daily and monthly is still neutral, relatively stale. Okay. So we are getting close to October. We are basically about 5 days away. So I do foresee some more negativity happening, and I think it makes sense as well, knowing the fact that months out we should ideally see some bullishness. So we're not there yet completely. So weeks out we should see some negativity based on the the technical setup. And I think also the news and the triangulations with the upcoming CPAP report, obviously in October, would make a lot of sense. And also with respect to FOMC meeting as well. I think raising the rates, 75 basis point again, similar to the last 3 times, to happen this again for the 4th time, it might be just a matter of imminent factor that will be coming in anyways. So hopefully this is helpful. Really appreciate you for joining me this morning. Have a good rest of the weekend, and I'll check you on the next one. Take care.